installing a big tile, your floor is not flat, it's all wavy, it's all whacked out, you need to fix that floor. I'm going to show you how to do that in this video. I'm going to show you one method to get your floor back into tolerance so you can install that big, beautiful tile and have a beautiful, flat floor. Okay, so I'm using a 12 by 24 inch tile on a diagonal on this kitchen floor. So this is the kitchen floor. I leveled it out as I showed you, and so I got this. This is the tile that I'm using here. It's kind of dark in here, but you can still see it. It's a 24 by 24 inch porcelain tile. So that is going on a diagonal in this kitchen floor here. And so as I showed you, if I put my straight edge across here, I'm within tolerance. It's flat, there's no dip in the floor there. And if I go across here, I'm in tolerance. I ran out of a leveler, so I couldn't do this spot here, but this was very minimal anyway. And this was a low spot here, and that was, you know, dipping down over there. So I got that all pretty much within tolerance now. So it's as flat as I can get it. This area here was actually all pretty good, and I mapped it out with my 10-foot straight edge. So what I did was I put my 10-foot straight edge all along different areas to see where the low spots were, and I marked that area out, this area out, and that area as being, it was like a little valley over there. There was a little valley over here, and there was a dip going down over there. Now if I put my straight edge across there, I already took the straight edge out, otherwise I showed you in that spot over there, but this is the same. Now there's only like a 1/16 of an inch difference between the areas, which is within tolerance. So now I'm going to install my uncoupling membrane. I'm not going to include the installation of the membrane in this video because this is more about the leveling I did on this floor. Now this is because this floor wasn't too bad, there was only a few different areas that needed some leveling. I could do some spot leveling. Solves a bunch of headaches, because if you put self-leveler on here, you have to put like dams everywhere. You have to make sure that none of the flowable material will go in any holes or go through the floor, because this was a plank flooring underneath, and go into the area under the floor. So you would have to make a dam all around the perimeter. Then you would have to make sure all these plywood seams here, you can see there, I don't know if you can see it, there's a spot right there. You can go right through the basement. So you would have to make sure everything was all sealed up so that you wouldn't lose any material into the floor below. So this spot patching like this solves that problem, because this is not a flowable material. You have to screed it down. As you can see, there's like some screed marks here that I have here. But anyway, okay, so I'm just spreading some Echo Prim Grip in the areas where I'm gonna patch. It's not, I don't have to add a lot of patch, but this way it'll make it stick a little better while I'm trying to screed it out. Okay, so this patch I'm using doesn't actually require any kind of primer. It will stick to the plywood. However, when you're trying to screed it out, what happens is it will kind of roll. So using this Echo Prim Grip, which is a primer that it's got like a sandy texture to it, it helps it stick to the substrate while you're trying to screed it out, and just makes it a little bit easier.
the sand in the Echo Prim Grip, this primer that I'm putting down, will grab the leveler and allow you to kind of screed it out a lot easier without having it roll over the plywood. So as always, leave your comments in the comment section. Check the description, lots of links in there to tools and other useful information. So please like the video, hit the notification bell so you get notified of my videos every Saturday morning. And most important of all, don't forget to subscribe. And I hope you get some useful information out of this video.
Okay, so I coated all the areas of concern. Now I'm just going to wait this to dry. Dries quick though over there. It's pretty much already dry over there. I did that like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. Now I'm just waiting. This is the last spot I did. And yeah, this is almost dry here as well. Just a little bit more. And then we'll mix some patch.
So this is the primer I'm using, Echo Prim Grip by Mapei. It's a bond promoting primer, and it has a very sandy and a kind of a rough surface, which is ideal for when you're installing cementitious products. So this is what I'm using to prime the plywood.
Okay, so I got some of this area done, and you got to move quick with this stuff because it dries quick. I got a little bit left in the bucket, so I'm going to do a little bit across here.
Okay, so the primed area is the low spot. So I'm going to get my 6-foot screed, or you can call it a straight edge if you like, and I'm going to ride it along the opposite ends of the patched area, which are the higher in relation to the low spot. So that gray area is the valley, and the bare plywood would be the peaks. So I'm going to just screed. I'm going to get plenty of material on the floor, and then I'm just going to screed across by moving my level back and forth so that I push out the material across the floor and filling that area in between. So in this particular spot, I don't have a lot of material to screed across. It was left over from that other area that I showed you over there. It's important to keep the area in front of the screed with plenty of material, so as you're drawing the screed across, you're actually leaving a full bed underneath that screed, so you don't have like dips and valleys. You're going to see that a little bit better in the next little section. So in this next area, I don't have two peaks to screed across. So I'm going to use a different tactic. So the area on the back end where I am, where the bare plywood is, I am going to hold that section of the level of the screed flat to the plywood floor so that it lifts the other end near the hardwood to the correct height. So I'm going to kind of rotate the screed around, making sure that I have plenty of patch in front of the screed to leave the area under the screed fully patched and filled so that I get a flat floor.
Okay, so I ran out of patch for this area here, so I'll take care of that at another time. But if I put my straight edge across this, it's now level and flat. It's flat. There's no dip in the floor there. And the same over here. Now I can install my uncoupling membrane and then start the tile. Okay, so I just want to show you, this is where I did that leveling, and as you can see, it's pretty much dead on. And if I go all the way down there, I mean, it's pretty damn flat now. I got it just how I want it.